Ooh, well, welcome back. Yes, yes. For those of you who do not recognize who I am, I'm Tiger. Still Tiger. Yeah, I look different. Can you guess what I did? What changed? Yeah, it's the beard. I shaved my beard and found out how ugly I was. Reminded me how ugly I was. So let me grow the beard back. I hate shaving anyways, but I will say that I shaved in front of my dear, dear sweetheart Agatha the Great, and the look on her face. She had a smile and the twinkle and the glow in her eyes. I don't think I've seen happiness or whatever it was. The image just sitting there watching her as I was shaving my beard, her looking at me. My dog is in love with me. First of all, she is madly in love with me. But the look and the smile that she was giving me while I was shaving my beard was just something I'll never forget. It's sweet. And it kind of reminds me of the movie Hook with the little kid is peering in Robin Williams' face, looking and, oh, there you are, and like, look, found Pan. Like, so, in a way, it just kind of reminds me like, I can see you. There you are. I know who you are. Whatever. I don't know. Something about it is just, it's a good memory that resides in my memory. And she was in love with me. Oh, she stayed close. She likes the beard gone for sure, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna grow it back. No, originally I let it grow it out because it hit the double chins. But I kind of like the beard. But yeah, the dogs kept ripping it out, and it's like, all right, I'm getting a little frustrated with it. So I shaved it, and let's go back to what I like. So, anyways, the beard defines me. It's been 7 months since I've been retired, and I haven't provided an update or did a video since October sometime. Not that I meant to do that. I was going to do that, going to provide weekly updates because I was on a great trip and doing wonderful things. But long days, I went down to Texas and I took Agatha the Great with me. My buddy stayed at home with mom and the kid. And my kid's like 26 years old, so it's not like he's little. We went down there, me and Agatha. Went down there to take an RV repair class to fix my own RV, Debbie, and maybe to kind of help me get some fundamentals and building my own RV and things to look for. And while we were down there, I did have a babysitter right offhand, but I didn't realize when I took the classes were going to be like from 6:30 in the morning to like 6:30 at night. And then there's stuff to do after, you had like homework every day. I'm like, good gravy. I'm retired. I don't know if I signed up for all this. I just want to know how to fix my own RV and possibly build an RV, a little solo, something smaller to do solo trips with. But it was an interesting class. It was a good class. I mean, yeah, there's always room for improvement. But I learned a lot with this class while I was down there. That gave me some insight how things work. And I actually did a couple of fixes, what do you call it, bushcraft fixes in my RV, and learned quite a bit. The big concern I had when we were down there was, we set up camp. I'm like, all right, I got to figure out, as me and Agatha were just kind of chilling out in the hammock. We were just trying to figure out, I need somebody to watch her during the daytime, to take her to go walks and, take her, just get her out of the house a few times a day, out of the RV a few times a day, because I won't be able to get back in time if I'm going to be gone all day. So luckily I had a family that moved in as we were chilling, and I was like, you know what? I was going to ask an adult lady or somebody, one of the wives or whatever, to watch her. But a family moved in. They were going to be in the same class as me, the fundamental class, and they had a 10-year-old daughter. We're going to call her Brooklyn. Brooklyn, and she was excited. I made her day apparently. She was going to watch Agatha during the daytime. It's like, great, perfect. I'll pay you and whatever. And so those two, both of them were very, 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 very shy individuals. 10-year-old girl, shy and not really talkative. And Agatha is not very. She's kind of skittish around people. Not very friendly, but she's not mean. But she's just like unsure. She's not very sociable or whatever. Like she's not going to defend me from anything. She's going to run behind my legs like she has before, or run and jump in my arms like, help me, save me, daddy. That's what the Agatha does. But talking to her mom and dad, they're like, Agatha is the best thing for her. Agatha has brought her out of her shell. She's talkative. She's more confident and everything. I'm like, she was shy first day, and Brooklyn definitely opened up and was helpful. But I cite the other way from my perspective. she was a blessing in disguise because she got Agatha to open up and became like the campground freaking mascot. Everybody loved Agatha. Brooklyn did a lot with her. They walked together, they did things, and they opened up. They were great together, and I love seeing Agatha open up and be happy, and then just she changed a lot and for the best. So I love Brooklyn. She did an awesome job. We were there for a week for that, and then her dad her dad talked me into taking another class that he was going to be there for. And this was an RV inspection class, and it was an additional 2 weeks. So I'm like, you know what? All right, let me do it. Yeah, we've talked about it for a couple of days. Let me try to get into it. So I got into it. I like the last day, got into it, and it's going to stay an additional 2 weeks. So I did the original class, and then did the second class, and I got my accreditations or whatever it is, certification for RV repair, and then I worked on and got my certification to be an RV inspector, which was a very, very good class. So I'm glad I stayed for both of them. The two classes gave me a lot of insight, and I'm far from an inspector, but now I different points of views from a technical and inspector side to what to look for and how to make a better RV or fix my RV or whatever. But it also gave me some skills, and I'm trying to debate if I want to start a business or side hustle, make a little bit of money here and there. I can do it. I just haven't done it. It's too cold outside. I don't want to work outside. So that's kind of why I've kind of delayed debating if I'm going to do it or not. But I might. I definitely might. Definitely put a lot of money into it. But yeah, let me tell you about this little girl, though. In my travels, just at the park alone, I met a lot of people. And I will say that a lot of people have some interesting stories, are very, very interesting people. And let me tell you about this girl. This girl's 10 years old. Apparently this shy little butterfly. And she opened up, she's a race car driver. Like a Pee-wee race car. I don't know. They're these super gassed up on go-karts on steroids. She's racing these things like a NASCAR driver, and she's good. She's good. She's got me hooked. I kind of, I'm all into it. Normally, I'm not into to NASCAR stuff, but she definitely got me interested in NASCAR. I'm like asking her questions. She's telling me all about this stuff, showing me videos. Her and her dad just talking about it. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And it's amazing that he has this great relationship with his daughter, and they talk about and work on that race car all the time. And that's like, she's passionate about it. I hope she goes professional. I hope she goes far with it, because she is good. And she came in like second. I don't know the state or the track. I can't remember. She's good. She flies around there, and she's good. She's definitely good. When it comes to race car, yeah, she's good. I don't think we had anything like this growing up. All we had was like t-ball and whatever, baseball and soccer and football. I think that's really all I had growing up. We really didn't even have that. That was just if we can get the neighborhood kids together. And, like my kid, when he was growing up, I mean, they had organized sports, but nothing like this. I'm like, oh, dude, I would love to put my kid in this. Hell, I wish I was doing this when I was a kid. But yeah, she's an amazing little girl. And I'm so glad that I met her and her family. Very good friends, very good family. They're sweet. And at some point, I want to go see her race live. She's amazing. And then, I've met some other folks. I met a lady who, they live down in Key West, and like she does a podcast, and this podcast is, I'm going to give her props here. It is called Well Shit. Was it? Well Shit. Well Shit. It's really that simple is the name of the podcast. And check it out if you listen to podcasts. They just talk about different like psychological reasons and thought process, or, why we make things difficult and how to kind of overcome them. I think a lot of it's probably geared towards women. I kind of get that feeling, but it's not really all about women. It's just kind of the thought process, why we do things and how we can kind of get over, you have to check it out. I spent the whole time listening to the podcast. It's a pretty good podcast. But yeah, they had a pretty good story, and they were in the classes with me and stuff like that. Very, very good discussions. I met another guy. This is the second guy I encountered. And his wife tried to murder him with poison. Second guy in 7 months that I've met. So this is probably more of a common thing than you realize. And this guy, this guy was talking about his wife. His wife was in prison, or his ex-wife was in prison for trying to. Well, she was poisoning him, and you know, basically it was just kind of going through this whole story, and like it's like a true crimes podcast, and I didn't realize how popular or how common poisoning it occurs on husbands. And it kind of makes me nervous a little bit, but yeah, it was just it's amazing. It's amazing, but yeah, he had some health issues. His clock is short, but he wanted to do that because he didn't have a whole lot of money, and he was doing the class to kind of fix his own stuff and try to make a little bit of money to enjoy what little time he had left. So yeah, it was an interesting story that he talked about, but kind of sad too. The first guy down in the Outer Banks I met was he had similar story, but this gentleman. His story was kind of the same. He just kind of went into the details. And I swear, I need to do a podcast or start recording some of these stories that I meet of people, because there's a lot of stories. Everybody at this park was amazing. And it's a different kind of people than I'm used to. Living in a house, in a neighborhood. It's not about the keeping up with the Joneses. It's not about whatever. Everybody's friendly and happy and nice and sweet, typically at an RV park that I've noticed. The people on the road, a lot different than the folks that are in the neighborhood. Very, very enjoyable. And yeah, I look forward to my next road trip. Maybe this summer, maybe something with my wife. I don't know. A lot of different things on the agenda. Anyways, I don't want to keep this too long, but so after the class, I did this RV inspection class. The little girl, Brooklyn, to kind of touch back, she had to leave the last week with her mom to go back to home to take care of some stuff. So I had to find somebody to take care of my baby during the week, for that last week. And luckily, all the RV park moms, they're all like stepping up to the bat. Oh, I'll take care of her. I'll take her for a walk. I'm like, oh, please do. She would love nothing more than that. And so, yeah, she had a bunch of RV park moms. I call them RV park moms, just coming and letting her walk 2 or 3 times, a day. Or yeah, she wasn't in the RV much, but yeah, they were just walking her and letting her do her thing, and that was the sweetest thing in the world. They all love her. They love Agatha. She was sweet. But after that, we took off. I went down to go visit my mom for about a week. I was going to do a longer road trip to go visit more family and just kind of head out west a little bit more and do things. I didn't have an agenda. I didn't know where I was going to be, but I started getting homesick, and it was getting cold. It was definitely getting cold outside. So decided, let me just head back home and spend Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatever, with my wife, and just kind of relax a little bit. I wasn't planning on missing Thanksgiving, but it was going to be close. We weren't quite sure, like I said, I didn't have an agenda, and Thanksgiving isn't always a big thing. We don't have a whole lot of family. We don't have any family where we live. So it's always something different. So we usually just do something small for Thanksgiving. But yeah, I came back and we did Thanksgiving, and, we talked and just kind of spent time the rest of November and December with family, just kind of relaxed and enjoyed life quite a bit. And we did a few things here and there. Me and the wife did a lot of walking, a lot of dog stuff, a lot of walks, a lot of walks. But yeah, when we it's nice having family and everything, but it's also nice being able to get out and go travel. Me and the wife, when we're doing these weekend trips here and there, she's still working. She can retire if she wants to, don't get me wrong. But while she works, it's just nice to be able to go and do a short trip or just a road trip to go see and do things. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think the number one question I get, I've had quite a few people ask me, how can I afford this lifestyle? And RVing is not cheap. It's definitely not cheap if you're traveling a lot because gas, and if you're staying at RV parks, it can get expensive. I agree. But luckily I have some good investments that pay me every month, every week or whatever. So I have money always coming in. So that's how fun some of these travels. We'll see how it goes in the future. This might be a rough year in 2025. What else? So into 2025. So what are we looking at in 2025? Yeah, sorry, this is a long video, but 2025, I'm going to be focusing on learning Spanish. I'm going to be focusing on playing, getting better at my guitar playing and my health. I've been doing a lot of health stuff. I'm starting to go to the gym, starting to walk more. I was kind of eating bad the last couple of months because of Thanksgiving and Christmas time frame. So I'm just getting back on track, and let's get focused. I am trying to focus on losing as much weight as I can over the next, this year. So that's going to be the goal. But anyhow, I don't want to keep it too long. This is a little bit too long of a video, but there's a lot of information. And I know I'm missing a lot of other things to talk about, but vacation has been good. I'm gonna try to do more recordings on a regular basis again, but yeah, it's been a very, very eventful, packed few months for sure, and I can't express the positive health, mentally, physically, that retirement has brought to my life. God, it's been great. So if you can afford to retire. If you can't, and you're planning, plan and try to figure it out. If you have questions, leave me comments, feedback. I'll answer any questions you guys have. Give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'll be here. I'm going to continue documenting my retirement life and maybe doing some other things with it. So y'all take care. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.